So we've been stuck at home for a long time, haven't we? It's been over a year of me sitting mostly in my room. And you know, you change a lot in a span of a year. But setting the psychological changes aside, spending so much time indoors resulted, amongst many things, in my wardrobe not matching my style anymore. You see, my general closet goals have changed a lot, but because I did not leave the house often, I had no reason to actually update my wardrobe. I no longer feel comfortable in the clothes I own, so I need to come up with something new. That's why in this video I will try to design a new closet for myself. Now, I probably should also get rid of the old clothes, but that will come in a future video, I promise. Just a heads up, I decided to use the terms feminine, androgynous and masculine to categorize all the outfits in this video, but in the process of designing all of this, I realized that the lines between those categories are very blurry, and most of those looks could probably all be categorized as androgynous. At the end of the day, clothing does not have a gender, and everyone should be able to wear whatever they want. Most of the decisions for categorizing these were based on which gender would wear garments historically, as most of those looks are heavily history inspired. Also, if you are here for the cozy batch, please watch till the end of this video. I see you, skippers. No, I seriously see you in the analytics, so come on. I started out with the feminine portion of this video. To visualize the designs, I made mood boards for each category and sketched everything out. One of the biggest inspirations for me was traditional folk clothing. I was interested in it for a really long time, but never got around to incorporating traditional dress in my wardrobe. Most of the costumes I was inspired by are either from different regions in Poland or different Eastern European countries. The upper portion of this outfit would consist of some kind of white frilly blouse with puffy sleeves and a high neckline with possible embroidery. Though blouses from my region have white lacy collars, I prefer a more universal cut, as those white collars don't exactly go well with over-the-top embroidery. Speaking of embroidery, the next piece to go on the torso would be a heavily embroidered vest. Well, at least as heavily embroidered as I will make it. Vests are an iconic piece of folkwear. They act as a bust support, but also are an excellent opportunity to show off how much embellishments you could afford. Pretty Shepherd actually has a series on making her traditional Transylvanian vest. Moving to the lower part of this look, we have a petticoat, a skirt and an apron. Even though adapting full skirts for modern looks by shortening them is pretty popular, I decided to keep my long. It would probably be made from a stripy material, as the most well-known Polish costumes are. The petticoat underneath would be really simple with only one piece of lace or white embroidery. The apron on the top, decorative and practical, would probably also be kept very simple when it comes to embellishments. To finish everything off, I would add black boots with a short heel and a folk skirt scarf. For the color palette, I want to keep it dark but still using strong colors like deep red or green. Keeping the next outfit kind of on the same grain, the next traditional thing that inspired me are pagan celebrations of Noc Kupały, which is the Slavic festival connected to the summer solstice. Traditionally, women would wear white dresses, but just a white dress reads more chemise à la reine to me, so to avoid that I might add red embroidery that I've seen on a lot of art pieces portraying the festivities. Now, I think we all dream of being or looking like a pirate. Look, I don't want it to look like a costume, but I do want you to question your reality when I walk past you on the street. This outfit has something in common with the folk one, and that is layering. Once again we're starting with a white blouse, but this time it would be an 18th century men's shirt, or something in that style. Next goes on the petticoat and the skirt. Remember when I said I need to find a way to incorporate the 1910s petticoat in my everyday wardrobe? Well, this is exactly what I'm doing here. Who said pirates can't be fancy? For the skirt I would probably use a plain fabric or maybe a tweed. Let's throw on some boots so our feelings don't get cold. I don't know what I was thinking when I was writing this sentence. We are once again wearing a short heel, classy, but those boots would probably be longer than the folk ones. Maybe knee-high? There are a lot of options for accessories. You can wear a vest, a corset, stays, or maybe just lots of belts. Throw on a funky hat if you're feeling confident. And as the winter is always coming, let's not forget about coats. Let's be honest, if you never drooled over those pirate-style coats on Pinterest, I don't know you. Backtracking a bit to all those pirate-esque accessories, I mentioned stays. There was a time when Pinterest decided that even though I was looking at photos of Edwardian ladies, I must love stays. Well, it wasn't exactly wrong. Long story short, I fell in love with the stay stop trend. The only problem is actually making one. So this next outfit is proof of how weirdly my brain operates when it comes to fashion inspiration. There exists a video of a Cossack girl sword dancing that lives rent-free in my mind. The girl in this video wears a modern adaptation of a Cossack military uniform. That had me searching for old pictures of Cossack women in those uniforms, and I did find a few. The uniforms seem to consist of a shirt with a high-standing collar, pants tucked into boots, then boots of course, and the most iconic coat/tunic. The tunic has decorations on the chest that I don't know the name of, so here, grab a photo, I guess. The tunics and boots seem to differ in lengths on different photos, as do the colors of both the coat and the undershirt. But what those differences mean is a rabbit hole for another day. For my tunic, I would switch out the decorations on the chest for some embroidery, applique or piping, because it's a military uniform, I don't really know its significance, so I don't want to use the decorations from the uniform itself. It just seems kind of inappropriate. Oh, and also, I almost forgot, there is a slim belt on the waist. And once again, if I ever have enough confidence, I could throw on a fur hat. And the last look in the feminine category is, to be honest, the most femme of all of those. It's probably also the thing that you guys probably expected of me, and that is 1910s to 20s fashion. As I already do a lot of 1910s content, I'm gonna keep this short. The sketches that I'm drawing here focus on the specific aspect of fashion from this period, which is a straight across neckline with some kind of cape, capelet or a different outer garment draped over the shoulders to create like an additional V shape. I know this is weirdly specific, but that's what I was thinking at the moment, I guess. Anyways, this is that portion of this video. If you are new here, or even if you aren't, you can check out me on different social media like Instagram or Twitch, sometimes TikTok, but I don't really use that one. And if you want to support me financially, I do have a Ko-fi, so there's that. Now we can finally move on from the feminine section and move on to more androgynous looks. Also, outfits from this category happen to be more modern than the rest. I guess the running theme of my wardrobe designs is layering, and this outfit is basically just that. Why not hide behind a few layers of clothing? For this look, I would start off with a sweater or a t-shirt, depending on the weather. Then add a button-up shirt, then a jacket or a coat, and so on and so on. Add some fabric pants, I don't actually know if that's what they called, and you're done. I guess different pants would work out too, but I just really hate blue denim. The second look is literally just a delayered version of the last one. Just simply fabric pants and a light breathable button-up. I really need to remember that summer exists, or I'll be stuck wearing the same 3 t-shirts like I was this year. Okay, so here is the magnificent thing known as woman-tailored suits. I would say the pinnacle of androgynous fashion for assigned female birth people. There is just something so amazing about well-tailored garments, especially on a person with a chest, since pretty much anything mass-manufactured is going to gape. This outfit consists of a white button-up, a tie, cause fancy, and a set of a vest, pants and jacket, all out of the same fabric. Let's be honest, this is the outfit that screams power, at least for me. Bonus round, I guess? This is not technically an outfit, but let's be a little more bold, shall we? I saw a few skirt pants. They're kinda like a pants but with a cape. Sounds amazing to me. And while looking at those things, I realized something. It seems, at least to me, that there is something like masculine about pleats, isn't there? Maybe it's like the rigid, more tailored look compared to gathers. I don't know. Anyways, I would add some more capes to this, but I kinda didn't want to draw them. But like, there are a lot of intriguing, kind of more regal pieces, but every single one of them is so interesting on its own that honestly they just like deserve a separate video. Well, we finally got to the last category, which are the masculine looks. The inspirations behind those looks are very similar to the feminine ones as, well, you know, history inspired and stuff. The inspirations for the first outfit were mainly vintage illustrations from magazines and such. You know, the old classy look. This outfit consists of Oxford style shoes, fabric pants, a button-up with a tie or a sweater, and a possible golf hat. I guess it is very similar to the first androgynous look. I would say the difference is mainly how the clothing lays on a person. Overall, I would say that for the vintage masculine look, shears made of a more rigid material would work better, as they will give a more structured and stereotypically masculine look. The next outfit is inspired by formal military uniforms. I've been a scout for years, and that included a lot of uniform wearing, so I kinda fell in love with them over time. Military men's uniforms for formal occasions are also one of the few masculine wear that accentuates the waist, which gives it a very appealing silhouette. Also, the tailoring on those things is just spectacular. The most important pieces of the outfit would be tailored military-style jacket with a belt, pants tucked into combat boots, military-style hat, which I already own, and a cape. I mean, come on, you thought I wouldn't make a cape for this? You can make like little tents out of them. And it's time for another version of the pirate outfit. Gotta be honest, pretty much the only difference is pants instead of a skirt. I just wanted to draw the pirate outfit again. I did notice though that the masculine pirate outfits on Pinterest are far more raggedy than the feminine ones. I guess alpha people just have more class. Anyway, slap on an abundance of belts on this outfit and we're good. Oh, look, we finally got to the last outfit. It's time for the mask version of the folk look. I swear it's not about the pants this time. Outside of the necessities like a shirt and pants, this outfit would probably consist of an elaborately embroidered vest and coat. The pants possibly from a very colorful striped fabric like the skirt, if I'm feeling bold enough, would be once again tucked into boots. Look, I really like tucking my pants in, okay? There also might be a fabric belt tied around the waist or hips. Add a funky hat and we're done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If some of those looks interest you, then please consider subscribing. I will get around to making at least some of the clothing for this. Liking this video will also really help me. If you are here for the cozy badge, there will be a link for that in the description. Anyways, I'm hosting a Young Costumers panel tomorrow and uploading a Portraits of Costume video on Sunday. Hope to see you then. Bye!